Hey, good morning, everybody. Glad that you are tuning in this morning. Listen, I'm going to be real honest with you here. I'm going to open up a great big giant can of worms today that I really can't address fully in 5 minutes. And in a way, I feel like I probably shouldn't even do it. But it is the thing that's jumping out at me from Psalm 64. And it is the thing that the Lord keeps speaking into my heart. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right to it and hopefully help you find some little nugget that you can hold on to. So he starts out Psalm 64. Again, same situation. He's in trouble, but I want you to listen to what he says in verse 1. He says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my meditation." He says, "Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." Now, at first glance, it sounds like every other psalm that we've been going through, except there was something that really jumped out at me. He doesn't say, "Preserve my life from my enemy." That's not what he says. He says, "Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." He's not saying, "God, I need you to protect me." He's saying, "God, I need you to help me to not be afraid. I need you to help me to have courage. I need you to help me to be able to control the emotion, the anxiety that's in my heart and in my life." And so I was just, there are so many people today who deal with, and when I say fear, really, we can think of it in terms of anxiety. Um, you know people or have heard people, or maybe you've done this. I pray, not that I pray that you haven't, but I pray that this doesn't have this kind of a grip on you. But somebody will be talking and just saying stuff, and then somebody else will turn around a little bit later after they're gonna go. They're just like, and they start saying everything that person said. They took it as personal against them, and that person is out to get them, and that person is out to destroy them. Da, da, da. And you heard the whole conversation, and it wasn't anything like that. People, it's always, well, I don't know what I don't know what they're trying to do, or I hope I'm making sense here. I hope you understand. It happens around me all the time. People are always coming to me, well, so and so said this, and what so and so said was completely innocent, but these people take it and they internalize it, and they make it into that. Fear makes them think that person is out to get them, and their anxiety takes them to that place. So a couple of verses, and if you struggle with this, I know someone has given you, or you have come across, or you have read 2 Timothy 1:7. But that scripture just says that the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. The spirit that the Lord gives us is a spirit of power that overcomes the world. It's a spirit of love that loves God and loves each other, and it's of a sound mind. It's not full of fear and anxiety. Um, God has not given us that spirit of fear. So here's what you know. When that fear and when that anxiety is taking over your life, it's taking over your heart, and it's taking over your mind, there's one thing you can know. It's not from the Lord. It's not from the Lord. And here's one thing I want you to remember. Jesus said that the devil is a liar. He's the father of lies, and he was a liar from the beginning. You just remember that. Your mind isn't always telling you the truth if you're ruled by anxiety and fear, because the enemy will lie to you. He will lie to you and lie to you and lie to you again and again. The only thing you're ever told to fear in the Bible is the Lord. And that is all over the scriptures. It's all in these Psalms, and I need to start making a more intentional effort of pointing it out. In fact, just a few days ago in Psalm chapter 60, in verse 4, we read that verse, and we talked about that verse where it says that he has placed a banner over those who fear his name. Over those who fear him, he has claimed for himself. The fear of the Lord is when we surrender and submit our lives to God, and we belong to him. And from the New Testament, we know that when we become a child of God, God births us with his spirit. He puts his spirit inside of us and makes us new. So you have the spirit of God inside of you if you are a child of God, which means you have the power to overcome the spirit of fear, and you have the sound mind to overcome this spirit of fear and anxiety that takes control of your heart. I know it's easy to say. I know it's easy to talk about. I know it's much more difficult for those who struggle with it and those who need to get a grip on it. But you need to just surrender your life to God. You need to submit your life to Him. You need to stay as close to Him as you can. In fact, David ends this psalm. He says, the righteous will be glad in the Lord and trust in Him. You need to be glad in God and in the things that, and in your relationship with Him. And you need to trust in Him with all your heart. Glory in the Lord. Find your glory in the Lord. Trust Him that He's going to take care of all those secret enemies that are out to get you. In fact, that's what Psalm 64 is really about. All those secret plans that they're making against David. He just says, I know God's going to take care of it, and I know God's going to bring it to nothing. So hear my voice, O God, in my meditation. Preserve my life from the fear of my enemy. Take Psalm 64. Get out there. Faith today. God bless you guys. Love you. I'll be praying for you today, all right? All right. Bye.